Welcome back, everybody. We are in the interview portion of our show with Wade Johnson. Well, Wade, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm old. I've been doing this for years. I think I started in band in 1963. Got on my first band in school band. That was 63. 65, I started my first band on drums, and got to record at what's it called? What's that studio? Gold Star, where the Wrecking Crew did their stuff.
Nice.
I remember going in there and walking in and seeing Hal Blaine's drum set, his Blue Ludwigs, Leon's piano. All the gear was there, and the first thing they said to me was, "You can look, but don't touch."
Now, where were you when all this was happening?
That was Hollywood. I was living in California at the time.
Where were you born and raised?
Born in Long Beach, California, lived there 3 years, and then my dad got called by his family in Fargo, North Dakota, of all places, and I spent the next 10 years there in some hellacious cold weather.
I bet you did.
Because it's flat. It's like this stage. North Dakota is flat. There's no buffers to help absorb the wind.
Yeah.
Then I moved back to California, had asthma so severe, I almost died.
Oh, dang.
So the doctor ordered me to a dry state, either Arizona or California. And I ended up in California because my mom was there and she had a brother there. And stayed there for a while. Then I went to Memphis and got signed by Dan Penn and Eddie Braddock
Nice.
as a staff songwriter. I was 19 years old. And they had a 16-track, then state-of-the-art studio, 1969.
Yeah.
And I met a ton of very famous people while I was there. Then in 75, I moved to Texas. A friend of mine talked me into coming here. And as soon as I got here, within 2 months, he packed up and left.
Really? Oh,
He went to Colorado.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So, I was living in a storage shed
Wow.
through the entire summer, and I finally got in a band called Gunpoint. And Jerry Don Branch, who was the leader of the band,
we know Jerry Don.
he said, "Man, I talked to my folks. We got an extra room. Come and live with us." Because there was no AC. It was horrible.
Brutal. Yes.
Yeah, and I wasn't supposed to be there. I had to sneak in and sneak out.
Oh, wow.
But it was free, right?
Huh?
But it was free?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, Chuck had, the guy that left for Colorado, had paid. He had a couple months left on it.
Okay,
so
cool.
I took
Wow.
advantage of it.
So you've been a singer, songwriter, musician, performer for a living all your life then, sounds like.
Yeah. I always had to supplement it. Musicians, it's hard to make a living doing what we're doing. For some reason, we're stuck in the 70s still as far as the pay rate goes. Bubba knows this. It's like it never goes up. Everything else goes up,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
our pay doesn't. So, I supplement it, but I've been playing professionally since 65.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But mostly on drums.
Yeah. So that's unusual. So you just started on guitar back when COVID hit? Is that what you said?
Well, I started concentrating on guitar more. I actually when I had that car wreck in 65, I started messing around with it, but I was never serious and studied or really worked at it. But in 2020, I realized if I'm going to do stuff like this, I'm going to have to get better than what I was. So, yeah.
Yeah. So do you still tinker with the drums?
A little bit. I've got no cartilage in my right ankle from that car wreck.
Oh, wow.
Everything really messed me up for that.
Yeah.
So that's my bass drum foot. And that...
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do when you
You can only do so much with that.
I bet your buddy Huddy likes that, though, doesn't he?
My buddy Huddy, my 5-year-old grandson, Hudson is his name.
Oh, okay.
I call him my buddy Huddy. Yeah, he's a drummer, but he comes over to my house, and he doesn't know dynamics. All he knows is
Bang, bang, bang.
and I'm sitting there watching my cymbals go. Oh.
It's like Keith Moon, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Grandpa, you're supposed to be teaching him technique.
Yes, I'm working on that. Trust
Okay.
me. But he's kind of hard to guide. In
That
fact,
age,
he orders us around. He says, he calls me Nap. He couldn't call me Gramps. He had trouble with that. So I'm Nap. So he says, Nap, you play the guitar. And Mama, you play the drums. That's my daughter.
Uh-huh.
And Terry, you just stay there. That's my wife. You just stay there. Which is she prefers. She doesn't want to get on it.
Yeah.
So he'll order us around. Then he's go, okay, stop. All right, you play drums. So I got to go play drums.
Right.
And then he starts talking, rapping.
Rapping.
Rapping. And I don't know,
now you
I
gotta
don't know.
fix
That's
that.
not coming from me.
Apparently, he is going to be a singer because he's telling everybody what to do.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Bubba knows.
Yeah. Yep. That's great. So is your daughter musical?
She played drums for a while. She's
she
got
did,
an
okay.
impeccable sense of time. Mm-hmm. She really does. In fact, one time we were playing a club, and I was playing with a guy named Mike Richardson. And I was playing cowbell, and she got up and did Honky Tonk Women
Oh, wow.
on drums. And she cleaned it.
She nailed it.
And the crowd was going crazy. It was at Tolbert's, Bubba.
I'll be darned.
And I got back on drums, and Mike turns around and he said, she's already better than you.
Oh, no. She thinks.
Yeah, but her strength is as a mom.
Yeah.
She has a son that has special needs. I can't pronounce it, but the initials are CAH.
Okay.
And it's a hormone inefficiency in the
okay.
body. So he's got to be on all these meds all the time. In fact, last 2-3 days he was in the hospital. And
I hate to hear that.
thank God he got home today.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
That is a challenge. Definitely
Yeah,
a challenge.
He's a character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, you moved out to Hamilton not long ago, didn't you?
End of May.
All right. How do you
Yeah.
like it?
I love it.
How's it affecting your writing and your what you do when you practice? Is it better?
Much better.
Yeah.
There's no distractions. I've got a separate building, not quite this big, maybe half this big. I call it the music cave, not the man cave, the music cave.
Yeah.
And I got a drum set up there, and I got 2 different bow system for when I'm using a bow system, and I got a little Fishman amp for when I'm doing, like, I do senior communities now.
Oh, nice.
Which
That's good.
I absolutely love.
Yeah. Is that where you do your live show from too?
Yes. Yeah, that's where I do the Facebook live shows.
Right.
But what was your initial question? I got sidetracked.
About Hamilton. That you
Oh,
recently moved to Hamilton.
what it's done is I'm woodshedding like I've never woodshedded before. I go out there for 2-3 hours
Wow.
and just work on it, go over songs, write
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah. No distractions.
No distractions at all. It's just me and Terry and 5 cats, 2 turkeys, 4 goats, and 5 chickens.
You got goats too. That's great.
What about the fish? And the fish.
Oh, yes, and a poi pond
Nice.
with a waterfall thing. It's
Nice.
about that tall,
Isn't
but
that
that water's
peaceful?
always going, so you
Yeah.
always hear that. You know, that.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
I go out there with my guitar or read a book. I love it.
Right. When you're writing, what comes first, the melody or the lyrics?
Usually the melody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm more of a melody guy than I am a lyricist. I mean, I really have to work at the lyrics to where I'm happy with them.
Yeah, but I tell you what, though, your lyrics are really good, man. I really like the way you kind of almost do it like a dichotomy. It's this way, and then it's that way, and the way you kind of go back and forth with that particular idea. I think that's great.
Coming from him, that's a compliment and a half,
There you go.
because he knows. This man has done it.
I know. Bubba
I
Webb.
tried, but I never got there. But this
Oh.
man has done it.
I would disagree with that. You've done pretty well. You've done very well. In the
Well, I
music.
love what I do. You know, music makes me happy. Like playing these senior communities.
Mm-hmm.
It's like playing a listening room.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, this is my first listening room, and this place is utterly fantastic.
Yes,
Thank
sure
you.
is.
I feel like I'm at home here.
Mm-hmm.
I got Beatles all around me. That's my main influence right there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And Will James said that you don't sing because you're happy because you sing.
Yes. Yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That should be in a song.
I get it
Yeah.
first.
Bubba will steal it, I promise.
Could you say that again, please, very loudly?
Yeah, right. If you could play any place in the world, where would that be and why?
Well, one place that I always wanted to play, and I did get to play, was the Cavern Club in Liverpool.
Cool.
So, me being a Beatle freak,
Right.
that was awesome. But I think like the Whiskey A Go-Go, Bubba, didn't you play there?
Yes, I did.
I wish I could have played there because that was my music school when I lived in California in the early 70s. I saw
wow.
so many great bands there. Hollywood Bowl, because I'm a California native. So places
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Now, you go back to California quite a bit, don't you?
Not really.
Not so
you
much
know,
anymore?
about maybe once every 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
You used to do it pretty frequently, didn't you?
Yeah, well, no, maybe every 2 years for a while, but never every year.
Yeah.
It's pretty unaffordable.
So what you writing these days? Anything new?
Yeah, I'm working on some stuff, an instrumental that I've had for quite a while.
Oh, yeah, that thing about the country. What's that called?
Oh, in the country,
In the
yeah.
country,
I wrote
yeah.
a song before I moved to the country about wanting to be in the country.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's called In the Country. And that, in fact, that's going to be my next single. MP3 single will be In the Country. And I've already have tracks done from some Nashville bluegrass cats that are really good.
Mm-hmm.
You ever hear of a band called Newgrass Revival?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Pat Flynn. I went to high school with him. He brought in
A couple of their albums.
he brought in some of them boys to play on it. So, and then I got another bluegrass track I want to do too, and I'm starting to hear a melody on it. I was just going to do instrumental on it, but I may do a melody on it, and maybe we can get together on it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So,
Don't
so,
forget
so,
Brad Davis over in Commerce for bluegrass guitars.
Yes.
so
Yeah.
see, he moves to the country, and he starts writing country songs.
Well, actually, I wrote that song
Before you
before
moved.
I moved to the country
Oh,
because I've always wanted to live in the country.
So did you nail it before you got there?
Did I what?
In other words, did you capture the ambiance of the country?
Oh yeah, the song. Yeah. I'll show you the lyrics.
Isn't it nice when dreams come true?
Yes, but I wish it didn't happen so late in my life, because it's hard for me getting around. I got to feed all the critters every morning and every night. And,
Yeah.
In September, apparently, I'm learning is snake month out here.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Wear
You got
those
to watch out for
boots.
the baby copperheads and stuff like that. I just learned they got green, yellowy tails.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I never knew that.
Yeah, be careful. So, who would you say, which artist do you feel influenced your sound and your writing the most?
Beatles, first and foremost, although I write in different genres. I think I write in power pop, write country rock, folk rock. So,
That's
really,
good. You're expanding your horizons.
yeah, I've always been that way.
Yeah.
In fact, my playlist when I'm playing a venue, a club, and I have to do covers and stuff, it's really a wide variety.
Yeah.
And I've
yeah.
noticed, like in Hamilton, it's all country and nothing else.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I'm a little different than what they're used to hearing.
Well, that's okay. It's good to be different. I had years and years ago a model tell me, Helen, dare to be different.
Yes,
And I've always kept that. It's good to be different.
I think that's very important as a songwriter, in particular.
Oh,
to,
yeah.
Just be yourself. I write what feels good to me.
Sure.
If the chords feel good to me
Uh-huh.
and a melody feels good to me,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you're an artist, and guess what? Artists can do what they want.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you have any more to chat with Wade about?
Well, we're supposed to meet up at the Coffee Cup Cafe here pretty soon, ain't we? In Heiko?
In Heiko,
Oh, yeah. Are you buying?
I'll buy.
Let's go tonight.
Boy. Oh, Lord. Here
Okay.
we go.
By the time we get there, they'll be closed.
Wade, it's been great having you. And,
Oh,
and
thank
again,
you.
thank you to our studio audience and everybody that chips in to make this venue work. And we've loved having you. Thank you so much.
And Chip and
Yes.
Michelle drove all the way from Arlington to be
Yay.
here. Talk about good
Yeah.
friends.
Yes.
Randy and Helen and Bubba, thank you. Thank all of you guys
You're
so
very
much.
welcome. And
Appreciate
you
it.
are in the music room.
Yes, I am.
Okay.